Hi everybody. Um, I have sort of a thrifty haul, shopping haul. I have been out uh, with Calico Cat, I think is what her channel name is. Her name is Kathy Cowell, and Picola Helen from they're from near here, near where I live. So I've been out with each of them once. I can't drive because of my shoulder, and but I've been locked in the house for over a month, so it's really, really wonderful to have friends that are willing to take me shopping and out to lunch. And I can't tell Kathy and Helen thank you enough for all they've done for me. But Kathy was over a week or so ago, and we did. She sews, so I wanted to take her because I didn't think she'd ever been there before, to this place called A&E. It used to be A&E Drugstore, but now it's, I think, A&E Fabrics. And it's a local store that used to have a lot of crafts. It was actually an honest-to-goodness drugstore, and it's transitioned over time into just a full-fledged fabric store. But they have 2 end caps of Tim Holtz fabric, so that was one of the reasons why I wanted to go. They have some fabulous fabric. This is just, I wanted to do this first because it's kind of, we didn't go there first, but it was on our trip. You know, it's if the car is going past, you have to stop at the printer supply place. Now, they don't do any printing there. They supply paper to printers. And they have this discount shelf. And this is just 8.5 it's legal size, so it's 8.5 by 14, I think, and I really like it, but I use it a lot. This is cream colored, and I didn't have any of that color, and I love it for making journals. I love it for my jelly plate because it's as big as my jelly plate, and so I got a ream of that. Let me see, that whole ream was $5. So, you know, when they have it on, now sometimes the corners are bent, stuff like that. I don't care. It's not a big deal to me. But the fabric store, of course, I didn't need a single piece of fabric, but I had to have some. And Kathy got a few of these pieces, the same pieces. I really liked this. She's doing some library journal. I just liked it because of all the books, and you guys know I like books. So I just picked up a little piece of this. It's about, I think I don't know if I got a third or just what I got. But it's really a fun fabric, and I thought it would be fun just to use it like little borders on different things. So I got that one. And I have been collecting for a while to do a sewing journal, and Kathy was getting these, and of course I had to have some too. These are really cute little panels, which will make absolutely adorable pockets and things in a sewing journal. This was a full panel, so there's a lot of different colors and styles. I guess it would help if I turned that, well, maybe not around, but it was just really cute fabric with the little sewing machines on it. And then this is also sewing related, and I thought there again you could cut out parts and pieces for collage with it. It's just fabulous. I don't have a lot of sewing fabric. I have all kinds of sewing paraphernalia because an ephemera, because I've sewn for years, but I thought these would be really good to go with some of the other things I have. So I actually have probably enough to get that journal started. I really ought to concentrate and just put that stuff together and do it. These are the only 2 Tim Holtz fabrics that I got. I of course love numbers. So I got this number 1. I can see it being used in pieces, just as a single number. I mean, there's a lot of fabric there. um, I was excited to get that. I really like it. And then this one is just, it was just too pretty. You know how that goes. It was also grungy and just gorgeous. Um, and it just spoke to me, so I had to have it. I don't know why I keep getting fabric, because I certainly don't need that much fabric. But I have no need for fabric whatsoever. This one I know I will use a lot. So I did get, I don't know, must have been about 5/8 of a yard or so. Maybe it's just a, not sure. And then there was these two ribbons. And this one, let's bring it in a little bit. And if y'all don't know, I still can't, with my shoulder surgery, I still can't get my hand up on the table and use it very much. I can get it on the table now. A week ago or so I couldn't, but this again is sort of sewing related, because it's got bobbins and buttons and things on it. I thought it would be good for ties, closures, that kind of thing, but it'd be cute to just make little page tabs with it too. Just fold it like that and stitch it onto the journal and make little tabs. And then this one again is sort of sewing related. It's got scissors and buttons and things. And there again, I thought this would make a cute belly band, other things like that. And it was just fun and pretty, so I got it. Okay, and then while we were out, of course, on the way to the fabric store, we had to go to the thrift store. You know, that's just, if you're passing a thrift store, you should just go in, because you never know what you're going to find. And a week later, and because I know for a fact that Helen and I went to one of the same thrift stores a week later, and they didn't have some of the stuff that we got, that Kathy and I got. This is acrylic paper palette. You soak it in water, and Helen actually told me that there's supposed to be another piece to it, something you put underneath it. So I don't know. I'm going to have to read up on it. It's something I've never used before, and it was, you know, a little pricey, $6, but it's something I've never used before, and I thought I would try it and see. Helen has painted in the past, and she said it works very well when you're making a big painting and you're trying to keep your acrylic paints damp. So, you know, it was something that I had never seen before, and I thought, okay, we got to figure this out and see what it does and what it is. And then they had a couple sheets of things of this. I didn't realize there was as much gone out of this pad as there is, but this is like a clear acrylic. It says acetate alternative, but it's a clear acrylic. You can't even see it. There you go. And I thought it would be really cool to use to make like slides for a nature journal, or, you know, that kind of thing. Oh, another thing we got at the paper store. Kathy got a box of these. I didn't go ahead and get a box because I just didn't have an idea that I really wanted to use them. These are, can you see the raised edge in them? These are like a little card. I'm not sure exactly what they use them for, kind of an invitation type card or an inclusion card, maybe an RSVP card. And Kathy got a box of those, a whole big box, and she gave me a few out of the box. So I'll have to see if I can figure out something to do with them. They'll make absolutely fabulous journal cards. So I will have to see. I would like to see how they coffee dye. We each got one of these, and I didn't need another blank book, but it's rare that you get a blank book that lays completely flat. And this is Copic, it's Copic bound, which is kind of odd too. And for 99 cents, I went ahead and got it. Now, if nothing else, the way these pages are sewn into here, they can come out and be used in a journal, which is something I have done in the past. And if I decide I want to use this to work in, I can probably get a signature or two out without causing too much damage to the spine, and just use those papers separately. So this I thought was really cute. For $1.99 I went ahead and got it. I have other things like this that I need to start using them once in a while. Just pick one up and make a journal with it. But this is a tin album. Let's see if I can get it apart. Okay. So it has a separate lid for the tin, and then it has an accordion style little book that's in it. And I think that would be fun to decorate and do up. I could do some patinaing on this tin, maybe make it kind of rusty kind of thing. I don't know what I'm going to do with it yet, but I thought it was cute, and I figured for that price I could bring it home with me. Add it to this hoard of stash that I have. Now this is the things that when I went back with Helen, they didn't have any of this left. None of it. Now, it was in one big bag. Kathy got a bag too. This is all leather. It's just different sizes, different colors of leather cord. And I think it would be fun to do some bindings with this leather. So I was real intrigued by the thinner ones. This would work to do my slip knot binding very nicely. Now I have other things I can do that with, but I thought it'd be fun to try binding a book with some leather. And the other thing we thought about, Kathy slow stitches, and she got some that was thicker, and was thinking that it'd be fun to slow stitch over the top of some of this leather. But it was all gone a week later. Well, actually, it wasn't even a full week later when Helen and I went to the store. And the last thing I got with Kathy, let me put this leather back in the bag. Let's see if I can get it in there without making a total mess. Okay, well, part of it's on the floor, part of it's not. Was this, I better tape that up. Was this giant bag of wooden beads. You guys know I have beads coming out my ears. I really and truly do not need beads. But believe it or not, I don't have hardly anything like this. And I thought that it would be a lot of fun to use this with some of that leather and some tassels. So that was one of the reasons why I got this. There's no reason for me to buy that many beads, but you had to buy the whole sack, or couldn't have them. And I liked them. I like the fact that they're more natural in color. A lot of the beads I have are brighter colors because of the type of jewelry I used to make. I don't have as much in the natural colors as I wish I had. So that was some of the fun things I got with Kathy. And then, like I said, Helen picked me up, and that was our thing, was to go to the thrift stores. That was our goal, was thrift stores. We weren't headed to the fabric store or anything like that. And one of the stores had this package of paper. I think I paid $1 for it. It's 20 sheets of black paper. Now, black paper is sometimes hard to get when you really want black. So if I see it out, I pick it up. It's one of those things I also don't have a lot of is black. And one of my things is I want to make some little labels. And I think that having the like black paper to back my words to make labels will be kind of nice. So that's one of the reasons why I picked that up. And then they also had these, and they had a bunch more, but I only got 3 of them. I do this thing with a watercolor wash. Sorry for the strange light today. I do this watercolor wash on copy paper, and I really love it. I love to use that paper. It's mottled. It's kind of tie-dyed looking, and my favorite thing to do it with is these Crayola watercolors. And while I still have some, I have actually gone through a couple of these type of trays. And the smaller tray, this 8 tray, has some of the best, what do I want to say? Selection. It's got the basics in it. Of course, it's got black and white, which I don't use very much, but I really, really, really like to make that kind of paper with this, and I really need to make some more of it. So for 99 cents, I went ahead and picked them up because I think they're about $3, maybe $4 at the store. I may be wrong. They may not be that expensive, but I got them. And then Helen got a whole stack of these, and she thought I needed some of them, so she left 4 of them with me. This Birds and Blooms magazine is one of the best to cut, to fussy cut out. It is a fabulous magazine to use to make images with, and I can't thank her enough to do that. And as a matter of fact, I think, oh, isn't that a pretty background? I think I have an idea for some of these things that might be fun to do soon, but there's always things in this magazine to cut out. It doesn't, look at that. Isn't that precious? That'll make a fabulous page decoration. So there's always wonderful, wonderful images in these magazines. So thank you, Ellen. Okay, where can I put those? Okay. Whew, I'm about done in, guys. My arm has about had it. Okay, so another one of the stores we went to, a store I hadn't been to before, had a few books. That's something we've noticed, is that almost all of the thrift stores are getting rid of their books. They are not selling books. Now, I don't know why they don't just reduce the price, and then they would sell a lot more books if they sold them for 25 cents a piece instead of $1 or $2. But they had this, and it was $1. And Cat in the Hat is one of the journals I want to make here pretty soon, and so I thought these images would be helpful for $1. Okay. Now, I paid way too much for this, but that's okay. I didn't realize this is a Walmart pickup bag. They gave it to me at one of the stores to take my stuff out in. This was a $5 bag of yarn. Now, it was worth it. You know, if you needed yarn, it was worth it to have that $5 bag of yarn. Thing is, I don't need yarn, but this was so cool. I just really wanted this one skein, and the other skeins are really pretty. But it was this skein of yarn that I wanted so bad. It's like, and I'm really pleased with all of it, but at the same time, this is the skein I just had to have it. Just had to have it. Let me find the end. I had it out of there a little while, you know. Well, I can't find the end. There it is. See how it has these little, almost like fishing flies on it. And then it's got a little bit of sparkle in it. I don't know. I fell in love with it. It was just calling my name. And this one's really pretty too. I mean, the bag was probably worth the $5, but it just, I didn't need $5 more yarn. But isn't that pretty? And it's got some beautiful earthy colors in it, which is another thing I really liked on that one. And then there was these two skeins of red. See, this skein alone was supposedly $9 originally. And this will make some fabulous ties and tassel things, and it's really pretty. And it's a orangey red. It's not red like fire engine red. It's kind of a little more orange than that, and that's part of the iridescence that's in it. But then in the bag was these, and I couldn't tell exactly what was on them and how they worked, but they're really kind of cool. And once I use the yarn off of them, they will be really nice to put embroidery floss on. They're basically a plastic bobbin that you just line stuff up on. And I mean, I have some that are sort of similar, but not like that exactly. The ones I have pop open, and these do not. They're pushed closed all the time. But this is like I would guess needlepoint yarn maybe that's on here. So I'll have to do something with it, and then maybe use these to put some of my embroidery thread on. And one of the stores I got this, and I was kind of excited to get it for $2.99. It appears to work. I didn't have a chance to play with it at all, but it's nice and heavy. Oh, and look at the size of those numbers. Oh, I love it. I love it. Oh man, I love it. Now let's see. How do I rearrange the numbers? Okay. Aha, okay. I'm going to have to experiment with it a little bit to see how I change the numbers, because I'm sure you can. Oh, okay. Don't know which way it prints, but okay, no. That didn't change it. Anyways, I'll figure it out. There's got to be a way to, and I may not be strong enough right now to move things. Let's see here. The other option is to get online and read how to do it. But I love the size of the number. I have another one that I got a while ago, and it's got different size numbers. So it's, quite a bit different. And so that will be a lot of fun to use to make labels and stuff. So I'm really pleased with the $2 I spent on that. This is to take the ink tray out. So I'm probably going to have to do some research, because I don't actually know how to change the numbers. Now there's a slide bar here, but it didn't change anything when I moved it. It just moved. So well, it did change some things, but I'm not sure exactly what or how. So I'll just have to play with it a little bit more. But I'm excited about it because I really like the size of numbers. Anyways, guys, that is my big thrift store haul with Helen and Kathy. And I hope you enjoyed this haul. And I'm sorry that I'm not making more videos right now or streaming. As soon as I can start keeping my hand on top of the table longer, because even with my chair raised up where I can barely get under the table, I can't. I've got it on the table and I can keep it on the table for a short time, but I can't work with it up there. So, but every week gets better, and hopefully I'll be back to streaming soon. In the meantime, guys, go have fun. Make some art. Bye-bye.